Lately, you've been reflecting a lot on your love life, and it's almost like you've been going through this like epiphany, right? Where a lot of things that didn't make sense to you in your love life is starting to make a lot of sense. That's the first thing I'm getting here. Where you once felt very confused about your love life, or something just kind of like really didn't make sense, it's almost like you had a aha moment. And it feels like it has something to do with family, your upbringing. It's like you're almost realizing your upbringing is affecting your love life. So either you had a really good upbringing, like you saw marriage in your upbringing, you saw your parents together, or you always wanted that. Like you always wanted that happy family, that marriage life. You always dreamed of having that, right? And I feel like this could be why you have put up with certain things in your love life, because this is what you want at the end of the day, right? Like you are determined to be married if you're not already married. You are determined to walk down that aisle. Now, let's say you are married, right? You might be putting up with certain things because maybe during your childhood, maybe you saw the women in your family putting up with certain things, or you might have saw the men in your family putting up with certain things, right? You might have saw a relationship in your family where they went through a lot of trials and tribulations. They went through a lot of things that most people would have been broke up or divorced about, right? But you saw how determined they were to stay together, and even to this day they are together, right? So it's like you wanted to follow that, right? And that's why you put up with so much in love. So if you're involved with someone right now, it feels like whoever this person is like they put you through the ringer. They put you through so much. It's like you face one issue with them, you get over it, there's another issue. Y'all get along for a while, there's another issue, right? Y'all end up fighting about something, you get over it, another issue. You know, there's trust issues between you and this person. You feel like the relationship or the connection is very one-sided. You feel like you're over giving to this person. You feel like this person is extremely detached. When you point it out to them, like, hey, you know, I feel like you're doing this, that, and third behind my back, or, you know, it's hard for me to trust you, or I feel like I'm always like giving to you and I'm not getting nothing back in return. Instead of them talking to you, they just start arguing with you, right? And they're just so detached, and it's hurtful, because you're like, damn, like, how could this person just not care? Like, why is it I care so much but they don't care at all? And all you want to do is grow. All you want to do is expand. You could be in a long distance relationship, or there could just be distance between you and this person. It could be every time you tell them how you feel, they just become distant. And honestly, you're sick of it, because you just want to grow, right? You want to go to the next level. You want to progress, right? But this person is just okay with just staying the same. Whoever this person is, they could be an air sign. Air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Whoever they are, they're very emotionally detached. They're very analytical. They're just very like routine. You know what you're gonna get with them. It's like you could predict it. It's like you say to yourself, if I tell this person how I feel, they're gonna act like they don't care. If I tell this person how I feel, they're gonna gaslight me. If I express my feelings to them, they're just gonna be like, it's whatever. And every time you predict it, it's always right. And I feel like sometimes you say to yourself, why do I even try to talk to this person? Like, I already know what they're gonna do, right? Like, I can already predict it. And what Spirit wants you to know is that you know the truth, but it's almost like you've been blinded to the truth. It's like you didn't want to accept it. It's like you just try to ignore it. See, Spirit is saying that this person is living in their truth. They're being their true, authentic self, which is a person that is detached, who does not care, who makes head over heart decisions, who's not emotional at all. And this person feels like they make balanced decisions, and they feel like, they go to noise in the background, great. Why every time I want to do a reading they do this? So getting back to what I was saying, this person feels like in their mind that they make good decisions. In their minds, they feel like they're not doing anything wrong. They feel like you are too emotional and you need to be more like them. That's what I'm getting here. However, I will tell you this though. This person, even though they could come off detached, and in a lot of ways they can be emotionally detached, honestly, right? In a lot of ways they can be. They do love you. You guys do have a bond. You do have a connection. There is deep love here. It may not seem like it, but there's love here. They love you. I think the problem though is that they didn't grow up seeing healthy relationships. And that can also be an epiphany that you've been having too. That, okay, we are similar. So this is what I'm getting here. It could be a couple of different scenarios. It could be you grew up seeing really good relationships, maybe your parents, your grandparents, your aunt, your uncle, or you just somehow saw a good relationship and you know what a good, healthy relationship looks like, and this person doesn't. Or it could be that you grew up seeing bad relationships too, but you always told yourself that you was gonna try to be the opposite of that. Or you could have seen a bad relationship, but you saw that although the relationship was bad, that those two people still chose to stick it out with each other. So that's kind of what you mirrored in your love life. With this person, they saw bad relationships, but instead of wanting to be different, they just followed what they saw, because to them that's normal. So it makes me feel like whoever they grew up with, maybe their parents, maybe their father was very like detached, and that's all they ever really knew, so they just kind of followed that, right? And you know, this person not only does feel like they love you, but they do feel like you add a lot of stability in their life. Their life is better because of you. You keep them grounded, you keep them stable. You have a more practical approach to things. When they want to make certain decisions, they do like to go to you to make those decisions, even though they may sometimes act like you're being emotional. They do feel like you are a great asset in their life. It's not like they don't see that and feel that way, right? I do feel like sometimes when this person acts like, you know, you're crazy, you know what you're talking about, I do feel like in some ways it's to gaslight you, and it's them not wanting to accept full accountability, but they do honestly see that you are a great person and they don't want to lose you. I feel like you were there for them when they hit rock bottom. Maybe they went through some type of legal issues in the past. Maybe this person was incarcerated at some time in their life and you were there for them. Or karma, you know, this person made some really bad decisions in life, and when everybody else turned their back on them, you were there for them. There was a time where their life was falling apart and you basically were there for them. So they definitely see that. But this person is stubborn. You know, they're stuck in their ways. This person is selfish because they grew up seeing the men in their family be selfish. This is all they know. Sometimes they don't know how to be flexible, right? They are bossy. They know this about themselves, but it's like they don't want to just it's like they don't want to acknowledge it loudly. It's like they know that they need to change internally and they keep it like to themselves, but they don't want to like admit it to you. Yeah, because they see you as like this very high value woman or man, you know, depending on what gender you are. But they see you as this person that has so much value, so beautiful, so abundant, so confident. They see your value. It's not like they don't. But I do think in some ways they are kind of taking you for granted. You see, what's going on here is that this person, like I said, you were there for them when they hit rock bottom, I should say. You know, I feel like they lost their job, they lost everything. They were experiencing so much chaos. And like I said, they appreciate you for that because you held them down during that time. But I think what's happening here is that this person's not in that space anymore. Like they were able to put their life back together, or like things are starting to get better for them. And it's almost like they're forgetting where they came from. It's like they're not being humbled. You know, they're not being humble, I should say. Sorry. Trust me, I just woke up. So it's like this person just, it's like they forgot, but then they remember. It's like they know what you did for them, but then sometimes it's like they act like they forgot. It's almost like sometimes you feel like you need to remind them, like did you forget, like I was the one that was there for you? But I also feel like you don't remind them because it's like, why should I have to? Like, I know what I did and you know what I did, so I don't need to keep telling you like what I did for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just feel like this person got effed up. You know, this person's going through their glow up right now. You know, new opportunities are coming towards them, new career opportunities. You know, they're feeling more successful than ever. And I think, like I said, I think it's getting to their head a little bit, you know? Interesting. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Spirit, tell me more about this. I feel like Spirit is saying like they want you to know that you're good, like you're protected though, you know? Star reverse. I don't read reversals, so you know what? It came out reverse, so it was meant to come out reverse. I feel like, yeah, Spirit is saying like you may feel kind of hopeless in this situation, you know, because the star in the upright is about healing. It's about being optimistic, having hope, having faith that something will get better. When it's reversed, it's like the opposite. It's like you feel helpless, you feel hopeless, you feel like things are not gonna get better, you have a lack of faith, you just think it's gonna be all bad, right? And I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that, like, don't worry, you're fine, you're protected, we have your back, things are gonna get better, right? But it may not get better between you and this person. And I feel like Spirit is saying that the reason why it's not working out with this person is because you are protected. Spirit is saying that this person is not really right for you. So if somebody's not right for you, it's not gonna work, right? Especially when you're protected. Spirit is saying that there is better for you out there. This person ain't it. The person for you, you're not gonna have to like go through so much with them. The person for you, they're not gonna forget what you did for them. The person for you, you probably won't even have to go through all of that with them, you know? Broken mirrors, addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. Yeah, it's like Spirit wants you to see like this is a toxic relationship. This is a toxic connection. It's like a roller coaster of emotions that you go through every time when dealing with them. And this person has become an addiction to you, a bad addiction, you know? Somebody who just is not for your higher good. You know, it's stagnant, it's stuck, it's a dead end. It's like it's not going to improve it, you know? They're saying like it's time to kind of accept that. And I think you have come to that point. Like I think you're starting to see things for what it really is. You're getting out of your head. Like I said, you're realizing like, okay, this is why I'm putting up with this, or this is why I put up with this for so long. Ten of Swords, yeah, you reached your breaking point. You see that this is like hitting a wall. This is a dead end. This isn't gonna get any better, right? So with the Four of Swords, I think that you're taking a step back. You're kind of putting distance between you two. You might not be saying to them, hey, I'm done with this, but your actions are showing it. You're pulling back, right? There's distance between you two. I feel like this person is distant with you as well, but you're not fighting for them to be in your life anymore. You're like, you want to be distant? That's fine. I'm going to stay over here and I'm gonna do my own thing, right? And this does feel like kind of a break because it doesn't feel final yet. Like, it doesn't feel like you guys have had that talk about, hey, like, this is done, I'm over this is the end, you know? So I'm just gonna ask Spirit for what advice you need to hear, because they're literally, every time I try to record this reading, they start with the noise in the background. So I'm gonna just make this reading short because I don't know if you can hear it. What important message do they need to hear today? Push-pull, power struggles, imbalance, stubborn. Yeah, it's a push-pull with this person, and you know, you're holding on to this rope. You're holding on to them for dear life, and I think Spirit is saying just let the rope go, meaning just let the person go and go your way.